For those that are getting ready for retirement, having a comfortable nest egg could lead to a comfortable lifestyle in retirement, a more secure retirement, if you will. Joining me now is Granger Hughes, the Vice President of Hughes-Retirement-Group, a Chattanooga area firm that focuses on preparing people for retirement. And Granger is also a popular radio show host. Welcome to TV, Granger.
Hey, thank you, Jess.
All right, tell me a little bit more about what does a secure retirement mean to you?
Well, I think we've got to start thinking in terms of not just gains and losses. So a lot of people think when they're thinking about their retirements, how much am I making in the markets? How much am I losing? I think we've really got to start thinking as retirees, long-term care, health care, what's that cost going to be? How can we maximize our Social Security, taxation, proper taxation planning? All those things are going to be very crucial in making sure that we have the best net check. What are we actually taking home in retirement?
So how can people go about creating this secure retirement?
I think the first step is testing your portfolio. So stress testing it, seeing where you're lacking, looking at the gaps and the holes that you have in your retirement. Maybe it is something like long-term care. Maybe it is something like proper tax planning that you need to implement to make sure that your probabilities of success and your probabilities of having a stress-free retirement increase.
Before we've talked about a dependable income, so what does that dependable, sustainable income truly mean for individuals?
I think peace of mind. Yeah. So, we've worked our entire lives. We're used to getting that paycheck. Now, when we retire, all of a sudden we have this bucket of money that we have to distribute over a period of years. Maybe that's 30 or 40 years for somebody. So being able to have that income to meet our basic needs goes a long way in providing peace of mind, because if you know that you're not going to have to worry about where that next check is coming from, you don't have to worry about as much risk in the markets with that.
And you mentioned those basic needs, but we also have some dreams we like during retirement. So how does income planning help us fulfill our lifestyle during retirement?
Much of the same thing. So if you know that your basic needs are met, then you've got these other buckets, these other assets that you've got that you can spend from a discretionary standpoint, and you're not having to worry about, are we going to run out of money? Because you already know that your basic needs are met from your income sources.
All right, Granger, I want to talk a little bit about risk. When it comes to income planning, what does that mean for our risk level with the market?
So, obviously we know the markets are very volatile right now. It's some of the most volatile we've seen in recent history. So being able to have steady income, predictable income in our retirements goes a long way, because once again, if all of our money is in the market and we're having to distribute 3 to 4% a year from those assets, then that risk becomes imperative, because if we're losing large amounts of money like a 2008 or a 2020 last March, and we're also taking distribution, we're compounding those losses, which is going to spin down our retirement accounts much quicker than we'd hoped.
And I want to talk just a little bit about taxes. I know we're going to dive into further detail later, but how can having a proper tax management strategy help us have a more secure retirement?
Once again, it's to the net check. Okay, what are we taking home? So we may look at our accounts, our assets, and think, man, we're doing really, really well. But at the end of the day, when we go to distribute from those accounts, we're relying on what those tax brackets are going to be when we retire. So if those tax brackets have increased, then that's going to reduce the amount that we're actually taking home, which is going to impact us negatively in retirement.
All right, Granger, thanks so much for this great information. Now I'm excited to tell our viewers you do have something amazing for them. So for you at home, if you want to learn more about preparing for a more secure retirement, Granger has a great offer for you right now. For the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $250,000 or greater, he's offering a complimentary full-blown retirement plan just for you. This will allow Granger and his team to personally work with you and provide you with a roadmap, analyzing where you are right now and discussing your best steps to really get you ready for a successful retirement. But one of the most important steps is getting started, and this is a game plan to get you where you need to be. Now, the number to call for this great offer, remember you have to be one of the first 5, is 423-460-8857. Again, that number is 423-460-8857.